Welcome to TYBSc Chemistry class. I am Meenakshi Birari, working as assistant professor in Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Karmavir Abbasaib तथा नाम सुनोने Arts, Commerce and Science College, Satana. In last lecture, we have seen the overall course content of Industrial Chemistry for TYBSc. Today, in this particular lecture, I am going to start the course Industrial Chemistry CH335. In Industrial Chemistry, there are total 6 units included. For Industrial Chemistry, total 48 lectures are allotted. Let us start the first unit, that is Modern Approach to Chemical Industry. In this, we will learn about what is industrial chemistry and what are the basic requirements of industrial chemistry. In this unit, we will learn about the importance of industrial chemistry, the basic requirements of chemical industries, chemical production, raw materials which are useful for the manufacturing of various products, unit process and unit operations, quality control and quality assurance, process control, research and development, that is R&D, pollution control, human resource, safety measures, classification of chemical reactions, batch and continuous process, conversion, selectivity and yield, Copyright Act, Patent Act, trademarks. So these are the various topics included in the first chapter, that is Modern Approach to Chemical Industry. Let us see one by one in detail. Chemistry is basic science which is the backbone of chemical industries. Chemistry plays an important role in manufacture of large number of products. When we observe our daily routine from morning to evening, we can see that number of things we use are made up of chemicals. Our bodies are made up of chemicals. When we eat, breathe or just sit down, chemical reactions are taking place. In fact, all matter is made from some kind of chemicals. So, chemistry is the study of everything. Chemistry also plays an important role for creation or for the manufacturing of various products. For example, for the creation of drugs and medicines, that is pharmaceutical industry. Chemistry plays an important role in manufacturing of large number of products. Chemical industry is one of the oldest industries which plays an important role in the social, cultural and economic growth of a nation. It also provides basic needs of mankind, that is food, shelter and clothing. Chemical industry have become an indispensable part of our life. Chemical industry provides us many valuable products without which life would be difficult. Working in a laboratory on a small scale and production in the industry on the large scale is a very different thing. So let us discuss what is industrial chemistry. So what is industrial chemistry? Chemical industry deals with the manufacture of products from raw materials through physical and chemical changes along with some allied products. So that is simple definition of chemical industry. It relates to mechanism and method to produce any product at a large scale with great efficiency. Cost-effective production of desired product is carried out by using variety of techniques or variety of equipments. So chemical industry provide us many valuable products without which life would be difficult. For example, sugar, drugs, synthetic fibers, plastic, rubber, soap, detergents, cosmetics, dyes, paint, pharmaceuticals, paper, kerosene, glass, fertilizer, pesticides or insecticides, etc. All these are the valuable products without which life would be difficult. We can use these products in our day-to-day life. During the last 20 years, there has been a rapid growth of chemical industry. In recent years, industries of petrochemicals, synthetic fibers, plastics and pharmaceuticals have shown maximum growth rate. Recently, government has declared its policy to encourage chemical industry. So let us see what are the basic requirements of chemical industry. When we consider the manufacturing of various products, the various terms are involved. So in detail we will learn about basic requirements as well as the typical chemical process. So by using the knowledge of chemistry, we can establish chemical industry. That's why it is basic need to learn chemistry. So what are the basic requirements of chemical industries? Chemical industries happen to be just a fraction of the total setup of all the industries in a country. Manufacture of chemical products requires raw materials and it involves the various operations and processes. So these are the various operations and processes which are involved in manufacturing of chemical products. That is raw materials, unit processes, unit operations, quality control, process control and pollution control. So that is nothing but the chemical production which occurs by following the various operations and processes. Raw material, it is nothing but any substance or we can say any starting material which is required for the manufacturing of desired product. Unit processes, these are nothing but the various processes or the physical changes carried out in a manufacturing of desired product. For example, filtration or purification, like that. Then unit operations, like the unit processes, various unit operations are also carried out during the manufacturing. Another term, that is quality control. In short, we can say it is QC. Without quality, there is no demand to your products. So quality control in any industry is the soul of industry. So it is also one of the important steps present in chemical production. Then process control. Different processes or the manufacturing of products, it occurs. While producing desired product, there may be the formation of undesired product due to no control on process. So it is also very important aspect of chemical production. The next one is pollution control. While producing a desired product, there may be the formation of undesired product which may cause harm to the environment or which may related to the pollution of environment. So it is also one of the important aspect in chemical production to control the environmental pollution. So these are the various terms included in chemical production. In detail we will learn all these terms. Now the chemical process. Manufacturing of chemical product, it occurs in industrial sector by following such a type of the chemical process. It is a typical chemical process. In order to get maximum yield, the chemical process is designed in a particular way. The raw materials are given physical treatment involving unit operations such as fluid flow, heat transfer, mixing, filtration, solvent extraction. Then in a reactor, chemical treatment is given where the transformation occurs. These various products formed after the chemical treatment are then further treated physically for the separation and purification in order to get desired product. So that is the whole typical chemical process for the manufacturing of various types of the products. So the position of the present Indian chemical industries shows that inorganic chemical sector is the oldest and well established group of industries. The organic chemical industries have not developed as expected as compared to inorganic chemical sector. So this is mainly why the organic chemical industries have not developed as expected. It is due to shortage of cheap and sufficient raw materials. Petroleum products, in particularly petroleum products, are very less, or there is a shortage of such type of the raw materials, so that organic chemical industries are not developed as compared to inorganic chemical sector. So that is overall a typical chemical process. It starts from the raw material for the manufacturing of desired product. Now what is mean by raw material? How we can define raw material, and what are the different sources for getting the raw material required for different chemical products. So simply, it is the definition of raw material: any substance or a chemical which can be processed to produce the desired product is called the raw materials. So there are the various types of raw materials on the basis of different sources. Raw materials may be naturally occurring, or they may be end products of certain other industry. So when we compare the raw materials, some raw materials are naturally available, or some are the byproducts of different type of the industries. One by one we will learn about naturally occurring raw materials and the other raw materials. These are nothing but raw materials which are obtained naturally. In that, carbon compounds, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen, chlorine and NaOH, sulfur, phosphorus, fluorine and other inorganic compounds are available as a raw materials for the manufacturing of desired products. So all these are available naturally, from which we can manufacture desired product in industrial sector. Carbon compounds, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen, chlorine and NaOH, sulfur, phosphorus, fluorine and other inorganic compounds. All these are naturally available raw materials. So in detail we will learn about these carbon compounds. These are obtained from coal, animal materials, vegetable material, mineral oils, natural gas, etc. Then hydrogen, it is obtained mainly from water, naphtha, natural gas and coal. Nitrogen and oxygen, they are obtained from air, which is the most common and widely used natural material. Chlorine and NaOH obtained from sodium chloride. Sulfur, phosphorus, fluorine and other inorganic compounds, these are obtained from mineral deposits and minerals from sea. So all these are nothing but natural raw materials. Now let us see the other raw materials which may be the end product of other process. Raw materials from other industries. So these are the raw materials from other industries. It includes sodium chloride, caustic soda, molasses, benzene, petroleum fractions, naphthalene, non-edible linseed oil. Here the petroleum fractions that may be separated by using the fractionating column. So in large scale industries there is the fractionating column for the separation of petroleum fractions. So all these are raw materials from other industries: sodium chloride, caustic soda, molasses, benzene, petroleum fractions, naphthalene, non-edible linseed oil. In detail, raw materials from other industries, that is nothing but an end product of one industry can be used as the raw material for other industry. Sodium chloride, it is a raw material for making soda ash, which is used in the manufacture of aluminium or for making sodium hydroxide. Caustic soda, used in the preparation of soap. KOH, it is one of the example. Molasses, it is a byproduct in sugar industry, which is used mainly for manufacturing of alcohol or for the manufacturing of beverages. Benzene, it is a raw material for preparation of nitrobenzene, phenol, aniline, DDT, caprolactam, styrene, as well as insecticides, etc. Petroleum fractions, used in the manufacturing of polymer products such as plastics, synthetic fibers and rubber. Naphthalene, it is used for making polyesters, dyes, drugs, etc. Non-edible linseed oil, that is nothing but the raw material for soap industry. So all these are nothing but the raw materials from other industries. There are the two types of raw materials, that is natural raw materials and raw materials from other industries. The choice of raw material depends upon the cost of the raw material at the door of the factory, including its processing cost. Now the next step, that is unit processes. Unit process is prescribed as the commercialization of a chemical reaction under such conditions which prove to be economically profitable. So that is nothing but one of the important steps in chemical production. During manufacturing, unit process is also one of the important steps, and it is prescribed as the commercialization of a chemical reaction under such conditions which prove to be economically profitable. A unit process is principally deals with chemical reactions involving chemical changes in the material. These changes are controlled by number of variables such as temperature, pressure, concentration, reaction time, as well as space velocity. So when we observe some reactions of unit processes during manufacturing, for example condensation, benzaldehyde and acetaldehyde for the formation of cinnamaldehyde, which gives the byproduct like water, and condensation occurs. Then amination by ammonolysis. This reaction is also used in the manufacturing of dyestuffs, organic chemicals and synthetic fibers. Carbonylation, in which the methanol plus CO gives the formation of acetic acid. This is used in the manufacturing of organic chemicals. Chemical unit processes having some examples like acylation, calcinations, dehydrogenation, hydrolysis, alcoholysis, alkylation, amination, dehydration, pyrolysis, oxidation, esterification. Different reactions which occurs for the chemical unit processes in industrial sector. So in this lecture we have learned about the basic requirements of chemical industries. Firstly, raw materials, different types of raw materials like natural raw materials, then the raw materials which are available from other industries, and the another term, that is unit process. What is mean by unit process and the examples related to unit process. The remaining part of this chapter we will continue in next lecture. Thank you.